Searching the HRSA data in an earlier video, we stumbled onto some data about Shafter, California that was potentially alarming regarding environmental impact on health. Let's take it a step further. I'm going to look at the top 15 worst cities in California in 4 areas: abnormal breast findings, abnormal cervical findings, then aggregates of all diseases of the respiratory system, and all childhood conditions. Thanks to Simplergov, I've got this down to 4 clicks. Once on the findings I want to assess, brings up all U.S. records in that category. Once on CA, filters by my state, California. Once on the city heading, aggregates by city. And once on 2008 value heading, sorts in descending order to see the highest totals by city. Within seconds, I get a quick glance at the 15 worst cities in the 4 categories. And one thing that jumps out at me is the repetition of a handful of cities not far from Shafter: Bakersfield, Madera, Merced, Visalia, and Tulare. This is abnormal cervical findings. And here's abnormal breast findings. This is the category all diseases of the respiratory system. And lastly, let's look at the category all childhood conditions. Look at Visalia, 50% more findings than Los Angeles and San Diego, twice as many as Bakersfield, and that's just comparing it to the other top 5 worst. Plotting our 6 cities on a Google map reveals them to be within 160 miles of one another, all right along Highway 99 in the San Joaquin Valley. A switch to satellite view shows this stretch to be in the heart of California agriculture and farmland. So what's going on here? Well, maybe there's simply more HRSA data from that region for some reason, and that's skewing the results. So for a new perspective, I'm going to quickly get the total number of patients treated in our data set for every city reporting in California and export those numbers to a spreadsheet, along with my 4 categories. Do some calculations and recompute the top 15 worst based on highest percentage of findings compared to total patients treated in each city. Not as bad for the San Joaquin 6, but Bakersfield, Shafter, Madera, Merced, Visalia, and Tulare still pretty consistently make the top 15, or bottom 15 depending on your perspective. Shafter still ranks 2nd and 4th in abnormal breast and cervical findings. Madera is 3rd and 8th. Tulare ranks 4th in all respiratory diseases. And Visalia is still by far the number 1 worst city in the all childhood conditions findings. So what's the explanation? Is the data skewed somehow or just plain wrong? Are the comparisons we made distorted or misleading? Or does this reveal some serious health concerns in San Joaquin Valley farmland among the uninsured? Are these numbers a red flag or a red herring? The truth is we don't know. A lot more study would need to be done. This is somewhat of a shoot from the hip assessment. But what's interesting is how quickly the data can tell a story when you have a tool like Simplergov, access to interesting data, and a curious or concerned user. A user that otherwise wouldn't uncover patterns like we did here in a million years. Now please go to the dataset and experience search for yourself. Thanks for watching.